You know when any of these teams play late, whether it's Leaf, Raptors, Blue Jays, or they're playing out west and it's a 10 o'clock start, what do I usually say? Give me a reason to stay up. And the Jays have done a pretty good job of that this year, right? Sweeping the Angels in LA, and we're like, thank God, give me all those reasons. Well, I'm kind of feeling the same way about the rest of the year for this Blue Jays ball club. Yesterday was fun. Today, well, kind of sucked. Kind of sucked to watch this game. And I know results don't matter, and we'll take some positives away from this. And there definitely will be some. However, my God, shooting yourself in the foot as much as they did today, especially in the extra inning frame, it's just ugly. It's just flat out ugly. Let's break it down, all right? Yariel Rodriguez got the start. Chris Sale got the start for the Braves, and we knew this was going to be a tough matchup coming in. The Jays got nothing going against Chris Sale. I mean, lefty, going to be the Cy Young Award winner. You knew you weren't getting squat. But in the bottom half of the second inning, Jared Kelenic takes one deep off of Yariel Rodriguez to make it 1-0. But Yariel was actually very good in his outing. And we fast forward to the top half of the eighth inning, where it's incredible. The dude's nuts. Joe Jimenez, one of the better relievers in that bullpen. Again, going into play today, let me try and find his numbers for you guys. Going into play today, Joe Jimenez had an ERA of 2.59, 67 strikeouts in 59 innings. Yeah, he's been great this season. And he comes on, and Ernie Clement gets on base via an error, and he gets to second base. Gio Urshela makes the error, so you have got second and nobody out. You're thinking, oh, okay, maybe. Vladdy lines out, Ernie moves to third, but then Kirky strikes out, and he got third and 2 out. And they bring in Spencer Horwitz to pinch hit for Leo Jimenez. And this ball was down and out of the zone. And he golfs it to right field, and it's gone! A 2-run shot for Spencer Horwitz, 3 homers in 2 days. And the Blue Jays, just like that, have the freaking lead in the top half of the eighth. Crazy! But you fast forward to the bottom half of the ninth inning, and Chad Green, infield single, then a single to Marcelo Zuna, and then a sacrifice fly ties the ball game. That is now Chad Green's third blown save in a row, and third blown save this week. It's not good. We know this bullpen's no good, but that's like the one guy, him and Henderson Cabrera, like the only guys that you really trust. And Chad Green blows it again, and we're tied. We go to extras. They don't score we don't score in the top half of the 10th. They don't score in the bottom half of the 10th off of Zach Pop. And then we go to the top half of the 11th inning with Addison Barger at second base. George Springer punches one up the middle for a base hit. In comes Barger, and hey, Jays get the lead again. It's 3-2. We go to the bottom half of the 11th inning. And the wheels fall off. As Michael Harris gets placed at second base, Eli White drops a bunt down. Don't know where Zach Pop is. And people are going to yell at Addison Barger. Well, no. Guys running to third. You got to go to the bag just in case the ball gets thrown to third. So Barger makes the right play to go to third base, but Zach Pop doesn't get off the mound in time. You got to know what's happening. You know Barger's going to take the base. So you got to go down the third base line right as you fire away and get ready for it. Right as that bunt goes down, take off. Zach Pop does not. Ball gets by him. It's an infield single on a bunt. And you're like, okay, well, that's great. Then Adam Duvall hits a little chopper to Addison Barger at third. Why in the world Barger thought to turn his head and look at Michael Harris at third? And people are going to say, well, you learn in baseball, you look the runner back. First off, the runner was right beside Addison Barger, right in front of Addison Barger. And right as Barger got it, dude went back. So you know he's back there. You don't need to turn your head. He does. And then he fires a seed to Vladdy, but it's nowhere close. It's right in the baseline. Vladdy can't get it. And it goes into the dugout. 1 run scores. Both runners move up. You have second and third now. Nobody out. You intentionally walk Matt Olson. And Sean Murphy hits I guess it was ground ball to short. And they couldn't get the guy out at the plate. So you got walked off. It's an ugly end. But again, the Blue Jays are 8 games under 500. They're not making the playoffs for a reason. They're not a good ball club. They have a lot to learn, and a lot of these younger guys got to go through these pains. At least that's what I'm trying to tell myself. Let's get to the stats, shall we? All right. Because that's what really matters to me right now, because wins and losses do not. George Springer had a good day. 3 for 5 with an RBI and get a double as well. So he had a good day, and he needed that. He's been struggling since like the beginning of August, I believe. So, he hasn't been struggling, but he's just kind of been mid since the beginning of August. Ernie Clement in him and Vladdy, 2-3, combined 0 for 10. Is not good. Ernie Clement himself was 0 for 6 with a run scored. Kirky 1 for 5. That was actually a double off of Chris Sale. And Spencer Horwitz, like, holy shit. I don't say that very much in this videos, but dude is machine. 2 for 2 with a run scored, a homer, 2 RBIs. Didn't get out when he came into the ball game. He's hitting .274 with a .360 on base, and coming into play today at an .807 OPS. That's got to be around, .815 at this point? He's been outstanding, and this is an 80-game sample. Now, it's only half a season almost, but dude's done it at every level, and he went through a really weird, tough spell at one point during this season, and he's been able to do this recently. So that's huge, right? When you have a slump, can you get out of it? And to this point, he really has. Offensively, what else did you get? Joey Profito, 1 for 3, walked once, got on base twice today, so that's good for him. 8 hits total for the Blue Jays, 12 strikeouts, walked twice. Pitching-wise, Yariel Rodriguez, as I mentioned, was great. 5 innings, 2 hits allowed, 1 run, 1 walk, and struck out 6 guys. I mean, he was great. Going up against Chris Sale, you knew you had to be pretty much perfect. And other than a solo shot to Jared Kelenic, he allowed 1 hit over 5 innings. Like, he was very good. Tommy Nance, another clean inning, allowed a hit, but nothing more. Brandon Little went a clean inning, good job. Eric Swanson, 2/3 inning, allowed a hit, but got a strikeout. And Henderson Cabrera finished off Eric Swanson's inning in the bottom half of the 8th inning, so good for Cabby. And Chad Green, as we mentioned, below another save. He went an inning, allowed 2 hits and a run. And Zach Pop, an inning, 2 hits, 2 runs. Obviously, they weren't earned because of the inherited runners and the errors all over the place. But, that's the pitching line for the Blue Jays, and it stinks. All right, on to the next series. We don't have any breaks or anything, ladies and gentlemen. Right to New York, take on the Mets, who are in that wild card spot because they're... Actually, hold on. They were losing today last time I checked. They lost to Cincinnati today. So, actually, I think they're probably tied again because the Braves walked us off. Yeah, they're okay. So, they're tied, the Braves and the Mets. So, we're going into New York for, was it a 3-gamer, I presume? Yeah, a 3-game set. We'll see what happens. I don't know. Try and play a little spoiler. We'll see. Chris Bassitt versus David Peterson. And boy, David Peterson's had a good season. Almost 100 innings, but an ERA of .283. He's been great. And then you look at Paul Blackburn. They got Paul Blackburn now. And Bowden Francis, that's on the Tuesday night. By the way, Monday's a 7:07 first pitch as well. And Wednesday's a 3:07 first pitch. It's Sean Manaea versus Kevin Gausman. Gausman's been great recently. Sean Manaea, all of a sudden, he's been great. 157 innings, ERA 3.35, whip of 1.1. He's been great. We'll see what happens, though. The countdown's on, Jays fans. We're nearing mid-September. Let's just get this thing over with, all right? So, what, guys? That's going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video, and Spencer Horwitz today, and Yariel, if you want to go like that. Hit that like button. Do appreciate it. The subscribe button, you guys not done so already. Comment down below your thoughts on the video, thoughts on the game. Would you like, would you not like from today's game for the Toronto Blue Jays? Twitter, Discord, Instagram, TikTok, all that stuff is down below. So follow up there if you haven't done so already. And I will talk to you guys. I'll be here tomorrow. 7:07 first pitch. David Peterson versus Chris Bassitt is the matchup between the Jays and Mets at Rogers Center. Game 1 of the 3-gamer there, right? So thank you guys so much for listening and watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Actually, I think I said we were going to New York. We're not. We're at home. Thank you guys so much for listening and watching. I hope you enjoyed the video and not the result today. We'll talk to you guys then.